What's up, everybody? Today I have a video where I want to talk a little bit about these die-cast metal Jeeps that I have in my collection. I don't really have a ton of them. These are all the ones that I have currently. I probably will add some more to my collection. And I wanted to talk about each of these models in particular. And then later on in the video, I have a question that I want to pose to you, the audience, about what I might want to do with these in the future. So stay tuned to later in the video for that. But let's talk about the first one here. And this is the most recent pickup that I got. I actually went to Dollar General recently, and they had put out some of this H case. You can see the H here on this. So this is the 1995 Jeep Cherokee. So this is a brand new one, and very excited to get this. As you can see, it's got like a luggage rack on top. I think the details on this are quite nice, actually. So I think this looks pretty fantastic. So very excited to add this one to my collection. As you can see, this is part of the Baja Blazers series, and I really like the artwork on the front. This is also a new casting. You can see new for 2022. So that's very cool. So very excited to pick up that. Also, I picked up this Jeep Gladiator recently. I was at my local Dollar Tree, and they actually put out some of these short cards. As you can see, the height of the card on this one compared to the regular Matchbox is quite short, which makes the artwork kind of small, which is kind of unfortunate. I know the artists that actually do the illustrations for these packages put a lot of time and effort into making these look fantastic. So to have them kind of reduced down on these shorter cards is a little bit unfortunate. A little bit of an injustice in terms of, showing off that artwork. But I know probably in terms of packing in more stuff into a particular case assortment, these probably take up a little bit less space. So that might be the reason why they're actually packaging them that way. I'm not really too sure. But again, this is another one that's brand new for 2022. You can see the date on this is it says 2021, but actually, in most cases, the date on the package is 1 year prior to when they're actually released into the marketplace. So this is a 2022 kind of release, and as you can see, it's the 2020 Jeep Gladiator, and this one's pretty cool because it has the open sides on it. And overall, I think the paint details on this look fantastic too. So another very exciting one that I've added to my collection recently. So that's very cool. And these other three, I've actually shown you in a previous video. So I picked these all up in one particular trip that I had to one of my local Dollar General stores. So this is the 1948 Willys Jeep. And again, this sort of has like this muddy kind of look to it. And I think it looks pretty cool. So another, actually, this was all from, I think, a similar case. Again, you can see the date on this 2021. So this is a brand new release for 2022. So very cool looking Jeep. So I'm excited to have that in my collection. And then this is from a different case, actually. This is an older one, but it was in the same store. So I'm guessing this one had just been sitting on the shelf for quite a while. So you can see the date on this one, 2019. So this is from a much earlier release. And, but I think it looks pretty cool. So this is the 1951 Willys Jeep pickup, 4x4. So pretty cool. But in terms of the deco on it, it's more minimalistic. So, not too much to talk about in terms of the paint job on this. But I do like the chrome base. I think that looks pretty cool. And actually, I like the style of wheel, too. So that's pretty cool. And then last but not least, we have this one here. So this is the 1948 Willys Jeepster. And again, sort of minimal in terms of the paint details on this, but I do like the details of the casting. I like that open top too, so that looks very cool. But again, the sort of plainness of the base on this is sort of a gray color, makes this a little lackluster. And I want to go ahead and open up this one and also this one. The way I do that, actually, I want to demonstrate that for you too, is I take an X-Acto knife and actually cut along these three sides on the bottom, and that sort of makes a hinge. So it allows you to actually take the vehicle out of the packaging without really destroying the backer card. So that's actually how I take these out of the package, and I usually return them back into the bubble and then just sort of store them away. So that's pretty much how I, have most of my collection of modern Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. So here is the question that I have for you folks. Are you interested in seeing me customize these? I've been watching various channels here on YouTube who do customizations of diecast metal vehicles. One of the ones that I have been watching is called Diecast Resurrection. That guy's really kind of a quirky personality, and he does a lot of restorations or customizations of older diecast metal vehicles, like ones from the vintage era, including old Redline Hot Wheels cars. But I found out recently that he's actually sort of retiring his channel, so he's not going to be producing any new stuff. Which is unfortunate because he has a collection of really interesting videos. Those videos are still up and viewable, but as far as I know, he's not going to be producing anymore. So, so I was thinking to myself, well, that's kind of a shame, but all that material is out there to sort of learn from and sort of be inspired by. And so I'm sort of thinking that I might want to, try my hand at doing some customization of these die-cast vehicles. And I'm thinking some good candidates would be these ones that have sort of lackluster details on them. The castings are great, like this one, but as you can see, the paint job is very plain, and the base is also, kind of not really doing too much. So I'm thinking this one and maybe this one as well in terms of good candidates for customization. I noticed on this one in particular, it's kind of jarring, that sort of black interior part here, and then it transitions into the chrome inside of the wheel well. I think it looks kind of awkward, so I'm wondering if there's a way to kind of remedy that by doing some painting or some kind of customization that would actually change the overall look of that wheel well in particular, and also doing something more interesting with the paint job on this. So I'm putting that question out to you folks in my audience. Would you be interested in seeing me do that? Because I can actually document the process of, trying to sort of do some customizations on these and sort of try my hand at doing that. Again, I've never attempted to do this other than stuff that I sort of experimented on when I was a kid with my classic sort of Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. Those attempts were very crude, and I have certain skills that I've actually learned since then, so I might be able to do a much better job in terms of changing the overall look of these and sort of transforming them into something a little bit more interesting than the way that they are currently. So let me know in the comments if this is something that you're interested in seeing me do, because I think it could make for some interesting videos in terms of trying out some different techniques and sort of experimenting with these vehicles, which, because these are modern Matchbox vehicles, I only spent $1.25 to acquire these, so it's not really a big deal if I end up ruining them, but I could learn a lot from actually doing some experimentation in terms of paint jobs and maybe some wheel swaps. I know there's certain companies out there that create much more elaborate wheels for these vehicles. In fact, there's some places that actually have reproductions of the original Redline Hot Wheels that you can actually transplant onto a modern, casting. So like what I'm talking about are like wheels like this. So like on this vintage Hot Wheels car. So I could actually, get reproductions of, the Redline wheels and actually put them on one of these more modern Matchbox cars. So that's a possibility as well. So there's all kinds of sort of things that I could actually do with these. So again, let me know in the comments if that's something that interests you, because it is something I'm considering doing in the future. That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more reviews of Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars in the future, think about subscribing to the channel, because I will be doing more of this in the future. Until next time, I hope you're having a great day, and thanks for watching.